I'm put.
Hello, guys, lads, viewers. Today we're here on 5 rounds as usual. The same five guys, same faces. We're out here with a massive great topic that we're all going to love. We're all going to enjoy. It's currently happening. We all have seen at this stage or heard about the Meghan and Harry interview with Oprah Winfrey. It's a big, massive thing. Everybody has got their own opinion. People are against it, against Harry, or they're against the royal family, but it's kind of a battle between them. So we said, look, lads, let's tackle this. Let's see what's happening, and let's see what you all think. And when I say what you think, I mean in any perspective. Do you believe the story? Do you think what was done is right, or do you think it was wrong? On any kind of perspective and any kind of angle. We're going to start this one there with MP Impato. What do you think about the whole interview, on what it was said? Uh, how do you take it in? What would you say upon it? Do you think it's right? It's wrong? What you in the background? What do you think yourself with what
Well,
Harry and Meghan said?
well, in fairness, I'll be honest. Like, I didn't get to watch the whole interview in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was held up with something, but realistically, I caught up with just the bits and bobs of it. Like, I feel I feel the conversation is very heated conversation because if you think, well, if not if you think, but if you know the history of the royal family, if you look at the family tree in a way, the family tree at the very top of that family tree of the royal family, there's a black woman, and they erased her from that history
Okay.
because she was the queen. She was the queen for so many years. I don't know, in the 1800s or something like that. But in that situation, her bloodline was taken off in that sense, and then it went down. I think Victoria or something, and then the queen now. So
Mm-hmm.
is and realistically,
Didn't know that.
in the history of the royal family, they had a black queen. Now that
Mm-hmm.
now Megan is coming in, she's part of that shaken up situation as well. Because then
Mm-hmm.
it's something that when I was listening to it, I watched the whole like the bit of a part, and then I listened. Like, you can't you can't just decide today to say, Ovita is not going to be a part of the bloodline of the royal family, or maybe just say to just make up assumption to say that I'm being threatened or mistreated, or they torture me on this case and stuff like that. So what I think, in a way, I think there is so much tension in the family itself that
Mm-hmm.
they didn't want media, like the media, to catch up with their life, because they operate on a secret code themselves on a daily
Mm-hmm.
basis, right? They are supposed to act perfect, they don't have problems. Now, with that interview, it presents to you to say we're all humans in a way. We all have problems. We all have family problems, and that really presents a new kind of thinking in people's minds to say the royal family is not 100% perfect.
Uh-huh.
There is flaws in it, and now that people know that there are flaws in it, what's going to happen next? That's all I'm on at the moment, but I don't know
Okay.
what else to comment on that. And at the meantime, like, yeah.
So, like for yourself, if I had to ask you just out of the blue, if I just had to ask you, I know you haven't watched the interview,
Mm.
right? I know the next person that I'm gonna want anyway. When you answer this question, I want one tally because one tally, he's out there. He's out there. So he's like yeah, yeah. If something
It's got
had,
the
if some shit,
sauce.
yeah, if some shit had to kick off, he'll be the first victim because he's out there.
Yeah, he knows what's up there.
Yeah, so like, okay, if you haven't watched the interview, but from
Yeah.
things that you've read, you've seen,
Mm.
would you say, okay, because most of the interview, I mean, 80% of it was Megan talking. right. I was call my little sister, because you know. But would
Like
you,
35.
yeah.
Oh,
She's
bro.
like 35. I think she's not even 35. She's 38 or something. 38.
Yeah,
Yeah,
38, I think. So,
Wait,
like,
Megan
yeah,
is 38?
She's
but we're
old,
talking
man.
about sister, because we be
He's
like,
old?
we not black, we
Yeah.
all
all
black.
right.
Bro,
All
she
right.
ain't old,
Just
So
double
bro.
check.
Still
for
young.
Just
so
double
for
check.
you, for you, if you had to
Mm.
be asked to say, do you believe in every single statement that Megan put out there? Leaving Harry aside first, because Harry only was in there for about 15, 20 minutes max. Would you believe every statement? Or would you say, no, come on now.
I'll,
You're pulling the ball external. What would
you
you say?
know,
That's
I
me,
think,
yeah.
yeah.
Um. Oh, by the way, she's 39.
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah,
think
she
he
was
has
born in
Google that.
1981. Yeah.
Harry's
Yeah.
35. Harry's 35, isn't he, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Harry
younger,
is
yeah.
young. He's younger.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So when I watched this, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched
Hmm.
glimpses of it. You are right. It was a lot about Meghan because obviously she was new to being in the royal family, and she was introduced to this new atmosphere, and obviously it really hit her hard. I
Mm.
can understand that. I was more. I didn't really. The first thing I can say is nobody. If you don't have ties to the royal family, nobody knows what went down. All we know is what we read and what we saw.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. True.
I can't be like Piers Morgan or whoever it is and say, oh, she's
No.
lying.
No. Yeah.
But
Mm.
I can't also be like, I don't know, everybody else on the internet and go, nah, the royal family up there, wherever it
Screw
is.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw
Yeah.
them. They're good for the
They
good. Yeah.
treated her bad. No, I can't say that. But from what information I've had, and given the past that has involved the royal family and the things that have happened in the royal family, there is truth there. There's a little bit of truth coming from this woman, right? You can see that she's a victim of
Okay.
whatever it is she has experienced, right?
Mm.
Why do I say that? We have seen this happen with Princess Diana, right?
Yes.
Um, Before I even go into that, this is being part of a society that once ruled a country, a nation, So you're being part of this society that's held at high prestige, that there are certain rules you have to follow. So this is just someone who's just come from America, used to be in the
Mm.
limelight as an actress,
Hmm.
going into this society, which is going to teach you how to eat, how to talk, how to greet, as a human being. When you're being taught things that you've known before, and you're being taught them in a different way, you're always going to have this negative approach to it,
Mm.
Yeah.
depending on how it's presented to you. And this was covered in her interview. Now, the one thing that there are two things I was concerned about when it came to this interview. One of them was the fact that their son would not receive the same protection that the royal family does, right, or do, or
Okay.
whatever it is.
Yeah, that was
Because
concerning.
for me, this is still the Queen's great grandson. This child has
True.
value, or to somebody, somebody could benefit from this. It didn't make sense to me, and I didn't want to make it a black and white or a white thing. I really hope it's not, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
this is the one thing that really struck me. I was like, whoa, how do you not protect your great grandchild? But I'm not pointing this at the Queen. I'm saying, how does that institution, because as she said, it's not about the Queen, it's not about Charles, it's not about Philip, it's about the institution that runs the royal family, Um, who makes these decisions and why are they making these decisions? Those are the questions I had. But then the other thing that caught me was the public, the people, the
Hmm.
division in opinion. It was like Black Lives Matter happening again, because when
Yes.
Black Lives Matter happened, you had this other group, the left-sided group, that went, nah, all lives matter. We don't care about what you're doing. That's American. All
Yeah.
lives matter. Why are you trying to cause division in the UK? But in the UK,
Hmm.
we've got racism. It happens every day. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that,
Exactly.
this, and, to put light on that movement, for me, it wasn't people saying Black Lives Matter. I still believe Black Lives Matter is misleading because of the word the phrase it is. If they said Black Lives Matter too, then that makes sense, because you're saying, okay, we don't want to be inferior anymore. We want to be part
Yeah.
of this society.
Yeah.
So, um, when this happened, that's the one thing that shocked me. I was like, really? We're back at this point again. You know, you should know by now that people get oppressed simply because of how they look. You know, it just shows people's colors when they come out and say, "Nah, she's lying." Like, oh, right. I remember that you used to spend time with this person, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the way I saw it. That was my outlook on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something there, as when you say, you know, on the protection part. I know that's a big gamble. Like they say they wouldn't protect Archie.
Yeah.
But you know, if the point that they say that Harry is not the son of Charles, okay, it would mean that Archie is not anywhere related to the Queen.
He's not an heir. Yeah.
At all, not even a single blood, because it will mean that Charles had only his brother is related to the Queen in any kind of way, because you know there's rumors and it's there ever since that Harry's father is what's his name, Howitt, the guy that was in the military. Right. You didn't know about that? You didn't know about that. There's a man there that was in the military that they believe was Harry's father, and it's not Charles. He's called James Howitt. He looks like him. I tell you that. They look exactly the same, you know. And that's a time when Charles was riding Camilla. Camilla, is it? Yeah. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So you should understand that if that would come to say it's true, it means Archie has no relations with the Queen.
Well, let me sort of expand on that. I think it's not a matter of, okay, I understand what you're saying, that it's a possibility that the royal family has no ties to this child. I understand that bit. But Princess Diana was a princess before she married Charles, didn't she?
Yeah, with another family, the Spencers.
So this child has royal blood in him.
Absolutely, yes. Oh yeah, so the child has the royal blood. Yeah.
So this child still needs to be protected, no?
I agree. He needs to be protected because he's under Harry. Harry needs full protection. They dropped his protection. That was not fair. I agree with that because he didn't choose to be born in the royal family. He was born there, and he needs that protection. They have to withdraw it out of him.
Yeah.
Right? But if you think of it, this way, like in my view, sorry to cut in there.
No, go on.
Because I thought like I'm gonna forget if I don't.
Yeah.
If let's all think about this from the beginning, you know, about Harry and Meghan. Meghan getting married at the beginning. Everybody thought there's going to be a race issue. You can't lie to me that you never thought about that.
True.
Everybody, whether you're white, black, Indian, whatever, you actually want to think of, okay, a black person is going there, there's going to be some issues. So if there's a reporter out there saying like, oh no, they're not racist, that's a lie.
Black power, we're in.
Everybody knew that was going to be an issue there that's going to come. So for you to come and say like, oh no, they didn't say it, all these people like Piers Morgan, what you say, for him, his anger is based on something happened between him and Meghan.
Meghan,
he's having a drink. What I saw, it was on a talk show. He said he was having a drink with Meghan, and then he really liked Meghan. So Meghan said she wanted to go home, and then she ended up going to another party, which she met Harry.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And then he got ghosted. So his anger everybody knows like he's just being salty because he got denied, and then the prince got Meghan. So it's something. It's a rejection type of thing. So his opinions don't really matter to me, to be honest.
No, Piers, him. To me personally, Piers is just another bollocks. He's just another bollocks. Yes. Don't mind him. He's a bollocks.
On our whole interview that I was saying, man, because you know, even if it was a lie, every lie is built on the truth. You know what I mean?
I know truth.
Lie about something that is not there. You can't make a lie out of thin air. There have to be a truth to something.
Something.
Lie.
So,
So
like,
if she said she was trying to kill, nobody can say I was trying to kill myself and lie. But no, those are real emotions, and they need to be taken seriously and everything. So
okay.
nobody will say like, okay, I don't want to be royal anymore. I want us to go sit by yourself. Just like that. There's a lot of things that Harry had to sacrifice for this person. Nobody can just do that just like that without any truth to it.
That's why I was saying that to the point that you should understand. That's why Harry is. Have you noticed Harry has never been treated the same as his brother? That's why I'm trying to say to you that there's those rumors of saying that Harry is actually not Charles's son.
Yes, okay. I'll say that's why debate for another time. But
yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying
at the topic at hand. Harry, if you look at Harry from his past things that he's been doing, he went to the army. For me, I feel like he's trying to get away from the palace as much as he can.
From the spotlight, yeah, you're right.
From the spotlight. So he went to the army. He's trying to do the normal stuff, as in all this stuff has been eating me up. And at the interview itself, he said whatever happened to his mother is like he's reliving it again, and now it's his wife. A lot of people can say jokingly, "Oh, in 2 months, Meghan is going to be in a car crash." It can be joking, and it can happen. That's what this elite do.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't happen to people.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, like another thing I'm gonna raise. We can hold that one. Another thing I want to raise. Do you remember there was a point on the interview? They said in the royal family. I want Patrick to answer this one now. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
There was a situation where there were questions asked about concerns of what color is the child gonna be. All right. That to me, I was like, what? Because because guys, because the set of concerns, what color is the child gonna be? I swear to God, I'm not saying that's so true, but I'm just thinking, if I look at Meghan, I look at Harry, I swear to God, I know an iPhone charger that is darker than Meghan. Meghan looks like a white woman. I don't think you'd have concerns of thinking like what color is the child. Yeah, it's gonna be dark. We all knew this child is gonna have the black blood, but the child's gonna be light because Harry is ginger, Meghan is light skinned. Okay. What do you think about that statement of how it was when it was questioned about the concerns of Patrick, when it was concerns of saying what color is the child going to be? What would you say upon it?
Look, it's good that you've thrown that at me. Look, I have a child who's half Malawian and half Irish, and obviously she's half white, and I'm the father. You can see I'm dark skinned. Dark as they come,
You're midnight. You're not dark.
I know. Like
under the bed.
Yeah.
Look, and if you look at me, if you look at me and you look at Meghan, Meghan looks like a white woman to me. You know what I mean? It looks like a white woman to me. As Ontali said, the shoe polish, the Dark Knight, all that put into one thing. But being serious here, not once, I repeat this to those people who keep saying, oh, those questions are normal to ask. No, not once was I asked by anybody. The doctor, Ella's mom, that's my daughter's name. I'll not even asked by my own mom or anybody, the grandmothers, everybody saying, what color is the baby going to be? Nobody asked that. So
fair enough.
A lot of people are saying, this is a normal conversation to have. They're just curious. Why are you curious? You know yourself that when a black person and a white person come together, majority of the time the kid is going to look this way. So why would you be asking that question? That's the same thing. I never had that experience before. Nobody asked that. So if somebody, as I say, look, I am not in the royal family. I don't know anybody in the royal family. I am not Meghan's friend and I'm not Harry's friend. But let's just say if somebody asked that question right now, before the child was born, Archie was born. That's the child's name, right? Archie. Say, what color is he going to be? There's signals there. There's signals there, man. Because
Yeah.
A lot of people who I know who've got a half white child and black, they don't get asked those questions. They're not normal questions to ask.
Don't
So when
even
people
go
go,
too far.
yeah,
No, but
As a
guys,
personal
I
experience,
think,
has
but
anybody
guys, I
come to
mean,
you and ask
okay,
about
I think,
something so
I
stupid like
think,
that?
I think to me, guys, I think
No.
it depends on the way somebody will ask about it. Like I know where you're coming from, and I understand. It might have been asked in a bad way because the way they put it, when they put the word, there were concerns on how the child. When they put that word made the whole concept change. They were
yeah, it does. Yeah,
concerned.
that's true.
They were concerned what color the child is going to be. They were concerned. That
But
word made the whole
the
thing.
word
Yeah,
concerned,
because
it means you don't know about
yeah, no,
something.
yeah,
You
it means oh, this is it. Because
It
my
means a lot
girlfriend is
more.
white. My girlfriend is white, right? And we would have conversations. She'd be like, so babe, what do you think? What would the child be very dark or be white? To me, I'll take it. It's a normal thing. And a lot of people have said it, it's a normal thing, right? But the moment they said it, there were concerns. It was like, oh, we don't want the child to be too dark.
No,
That's
it
a
takes it to another. Yeah, you're right. It takes it to
yeah.
another level. Yeah, it takes it to another
Like
level. Yeah.
you can come. Like let's say if your mother-in-law came when your woman was pregnant and said, I wonder, so Patrick, what do you think? Is it going to be very light or is it going to be darker? You wouldn't have taken it in the concept of like just but once you said, I'm concerned about the color of the child, what is it going to be? You'd be like, do I have to write an email?
concerned meaning they are worried.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're worried.
Yeah,
It's
but
all,
look at this, Ovida. Like for me, I think just for me, right?
Mm.
We are not living in the dark ages, right? We're not living
No,
in a
no, we're
world
not.
where we like back in the days, let's say way back in the days, I would understand that question if somebody came and said, oh, what
Mm,
color is the baby going to be? Because that time there was not a lot of interracial relationships happening, so a lot of people were surprised when the child comes out. If the father is half Asian, the mom is white or black, people were surprised what sort of baby. But there's a lot of uh kids who are biracial right now, a lot of kids
yeah,
everywhere
yeah.
in the country. So don't
that's
tell me
true.
that there's no education out there and
No, there
there's no
is,
education
yeah.
in the royal family, that they are not exposed to the world, they don't see what happens. So I just think we have to have signals there. If it's
See,
true
no,
that
there is
somebody sat
signals.
down, yeah, I know, if somebody sat down and said that, I just say that, to
No,
me,
no, because
question marks. That's how I feel, question marks.
they weren't happy with that. Okay, fair
Mm.
enough. We can handle it there, and we're gonna leave it for the people as well. When they're looking at this video, they can put on comments about it, what you think, and whatever points of view. Another thing, right? I'm gonna throw this one to you, one Tally.
Yes,
Another
sir.
thing she said there on the interview, right? She said they took her passport, her driving license for the whole time she met Harry. Okay? She had never seen a driving license and her passport were taken off her by the institution. That's the words she used because they call it the institution. You probably seen that as well. It's all over
Yeah.
online. They said they took her passports and all that. Um, my turnaround was listen, I'm not just against it, but the certain points that I've been seeing, I was like, okay, you're saying that, but then it doesn't really make sense. She said she was like imprisoned because she never had
Yeah.
a passport, she never seen a thing, okay? But then ever since when she says she never had a passport, she traveled to 13 countries.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was just about to get
13,
into it.
13 countries she traveled, okay, on holidays differently. Anyone else, even though it's in the Commonwealth, only the Queen can travel without a passport. She cannot
The
present
Queen
a
has no
passport.
passport. The Queen has
Has
no
no
passport.
passport.
No.
Okay.
Because the
Even your passport says it belongs to the Queen.
yes, it says travel granted on the Queen's something. It's something to do
Yes.
with the Queen granting you to travel. So how
Yeah.
can she grant herself travel?
So on the interview,
Nice.
exactly. You know what I mean? On the interview, she said she's never seen a passport for the whole period. She never had a passport, but she traveled in 13 different countries. So could you
Wow.
say, was she
See,
telling shite or was she saying the truth?
Well, I'm going to say I do not know where
Mm.
that is coming from. I don't know why she raised that point to start with,
She said
right?
it, yeah.
Maybe she wanted her passport so she can travel freely. Maybe those trips were scheduled for her, Maybe what she was trying to say is, look, I couldn't do what I want or go where I want. I would only go where I was sent. I don't know if that was the story or not. Maybe she just felt like she could go into the royal family and be a normal human being. This is what I'm trying to say, because I've been saying before. This is a person who's come from a background of doing whatever she wants to get into an institution that tells her she can't do all these things that she was doing, you know.
An institution that abides by the rules like 24/7, basically. What time you sleep, what time you wake up, what time you need to do this. So,
you know, I think that comment, it's coming out of hurt, and also out of anger. You know, I don't think it's a big deal that they took it from her. I don't think it is. I don't.
They have to keep it safe. They have to keep it safe. She's in the royal family.
I mean, I don't think she would even need it, because obviously she's in the royal family. You know, they will manage everything she's doing. I don't know why that was a worry to her, but you never know.
Guys, can you educate me on this one? So if you're married to a royal and then divorce the royal, are you still a royal?
No, that's just good.
Hold up a second. I'm not done. Just hold on.
Is there any history of being royals divorcing royals?
Hold on a second. Let me just get hold on a minute now. All right.
Yeah.
I was going to expand on the
go
license part, the taking of information. We also have to remember that the royal family is part of the government. All right, they are the government.
True.
They have access to very sensitive information. You know, they belong to something that is highly valuable. So I mean, Meghan straight away became an enemy of certain entities, certain countries, certain people that have interest in damaging the integrity of a country, maybe even the integrity of the whole royal family. So I think, as she said, she was very naive because she did not know what she was getting into. She was coming from, again, the background of being an actor to a background where they've got the equivalent of the Secret Service, the armies, the royal family's own guard, for example, and the institution. So there were going to be rules, there were going to be restrictions, and she was going to be under the microscope. So this comment about the passport, I would take that lightly because of the role that she was in, basically. Simple as that.
That's how you take it. Yeah.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it, because obviously that's how I see it. I'll say it.
All right, no, if that's the case, okay. MP, you said you wanted to say something there.
No, I was just curious. Educate me on this one. I said, if you're married to a royal and then you divorce and you're out of that family, do you still hold that status, or like what level?
No, you don't hold it. You don't hold it. You were just married to her. Unless if you are coming from another royal family, let's say from Wales or any of the countries in the United Kingdom, you still hold your royal from that place. Just right. But if like Meghan, like okay,
they have a
Princess Diane was a princess because the Spencers, she's a Spencer. The Spencers were royals already. So she still holds that, even if they are separated. But Meghan was coming from Hollywood, acting suits, and she a get a booty. She's a get a booty. She's a queesha,
I'm gonna try to get canceled up in here.
She like exactly. Yeah, but I'm gonna say no. We don't hold it. Even if you have the kid, it's the child that will hold the royal, but not the mother.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think the best example is, say for example, if you're president and your missus the first lady and you get divorced, they're not gonna call her the first lady. They'll call whoever you get married to the first lady. So it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Right.
So, guys, anyway, a lot about Meghan. There's so much we can talk about Meghan that I was saying. I respect the certain parts I believe, the certain parts I don't believe. That we're human. We have a choice of opinion. I'll never say everything she said there was bullshit. No, that wasn't bullcrap. There's certain parts I know she was hurt, but the certain parts when you put two and two together, I'm like, oh, come on. I think, and I won't lie to you, I think Oprah as well was kind of exaggerating things. I'll tell you the truth. Because
I think
yeah, you remember the time
part of the
she said, Oprah asked, she said, so with the flowers, did you cry, or did you make Katie cry, or you were saying you cried? She said the opposite. That's what Meghan answered. And Meghan is like, and Oprah is like, really? She said, yes, the latter. Okay. Another worse one, when she said about the child color, Oprah sat down and said, what? There were concerns. I think she kind of fired it up. You know what I mean?
Look. With Oprah, this is a person who has spent most of their life in show business.
Dude.
And
Yeah.
this is what she does. She was selling the story.
She's digging for information, basically.
So, and also she was
You had to
doing
do
a
that.
job.
You had to do that, yeah.
I think she did it. She did it the way she does it in an Oprah fashion. I don't watch Oprah.
Because
But
she's not only basing this whole, because it's a show for her.
No,
making money out of it. She wants to make it more emotional, so she has to buy all these little less statements into it to make it more like, okay,
more fire
wrongs, to put emotion into the statement. So that's basically what she was trying to do.
So as well, guys, yeah, I respect the fact that anyway, when Harry came on, he said that about the color. When Oprah asked Harry had a shocked face. I could see in his face that he was shocked that actually Meghan explained this story, which I knew it was true that it happened, because he actually accepted. He said, but I'm not going to talk about who said about it. I'll never talk about it. Who said about the concerns about the color of the child? I'll never talk about it, because he doesn't want to offend someone else. Yeah, we have talked about Meghan. We go to Harry. One only topic. Do you think it was fair what they did to him, just to take away the protection out of him? That's the last thing anyway. I want to ask, despite Meghan, what do you think about Harry?
I would say ask one person to answer this question, because it's a long topic as well. So
130. Was it fair for Harry, for them not to help him anymore? Drop out the fans, leave him out there in the slum. As he said, he's only using money that his mother left him and all that. It's yours. This is yours. It's out there in England.
I know what you mean. I looked at that and I thought, this was my question. I said, look, when you get out of this royal family, does that mean you lose the benefits of being in the royal family? This was my question personally. I think if they cut him out, I don't think it's fair. But then again, you also have to look at it this way. The royal family's money is British taxpayers' money. It's money that is paid to maintain the royal family. If you don't want to be a part of that, then should you be entitled to it? I don't know. I don't know how the rules work, but all I know is the tax money that I pay is used to facilitate this country. So it may be, if he wants to step away from that duty, then I'm sure he understood that he was going to lose those privileges.
Yeah, in terms of conditions,
If he did not, then that is naive. But then if he's saying the royal family is not supporting me from their own pocket, then that's not fair, because that's his family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he makes a decision that his family doesn't like, and they know that, he's going to suffer or he might need help, cutting him out was not the right thing to do.
And security, took off security and everything. And
Security.
I didn't even mention where he was as well.
Well, I mean, look, to take his security from him, this is
Was not fair.
again government assets. This is the country's assets. But if they gave him private security, fine, which is what he's looking after for himself at the minute. I don't know if that part was for the show, but I would like to hope not. But you never know. You really
Katy Perry actually paid for his security for a while as well. Do you know that? Yeah.
Yeah,
it
was saying in the interview.
Yeah, he did that.
And they're living with Tyler Perry, aren't they?
Not anymore. I think they have their own place now. But just to expand before we move on, just to expand on what Tyler said, just a simple thing there. It's quite simple though. I don't know if you guys have watched that series on Netflix. Once you leave and once you relieve yourself of the loyal duties, as 136, it's taxpayers' money. I don't know anything about it, but I'm just saying it's taxpayers' money. The same thing if I was in Malawi and my president says he doesn't want to get, just give an example of presidents or the minister says, I want to step away from the light. I don't want to do my job. I want to do some of the job. I'm pretty sure whoever steps in will say, you know what, then I'll take over the stuff you have. So you can't really start paying security for somebody in another country. So maybe that's how the royal family looked at it. And it's going to just, for me, I just feel bad if they never told them anything. If one morning they just woke up and security was gone. So that's all I just wanted to say. But you must remember, all this is taxpayers' money. So taxpayers wouldn't be happy paying for somebody who's not living in the country and not doing any duties. That's all I can say from here.
All right. Thank you very much for gathering here with us tonight on 5 rounds with these 5 lovely lads. We've had a great crack. I hope you enjoyed it. And please, if you did enjoy it, like, subscribe, and share it to your friends, and hope to win free things. But you're not going to win anything because it's a free podcast. You can't win free things from free things. We're happy you're here. Make sure you're here next time for more conversations. And please, if you've got any ideas of conversations or topics you want to talk about, please make sure you put it down there on the comment, and we're going to talk about it. We ain't gonna miss it. And give us your views. Holla.
Peace. 5 rounds.
I know it's all going into our heads. Am I gonna go and get that vaccine, or am I not going to go? Okay, what do you think about? What do I think about a vaccine? Everybody has got their own opinions. We've seen it online. We've seen different things. We've seen conspiracies. We've seen a million things.
All I can say is, when it comes to vaccines, the only disease that we've actually been able to eradicate is smallpox. The rest of the diseases are still out there.
But who cares, man? Who cares? You get the vaccine. Give me that passport. The vaccine passport, so I can go in the club and shake my booty. I can go anywhere, enjoy myself, have a pint, drink coffee, be able to go to the gym, enjoy myself.
You know, they have no lawsuit against them. They got immunity. So if we have any side effects from Moderna, Pfizer, you cannot go to any court of law and sue them.